Curly hair is not for the weak. Mentally and physically keeping up with curly hair is so exhausting, and I know you get so defeated trying to make your curly and wavy hair look good, and also feel like you did not just waste 2 hours of your life doing an entire style routine just for it to look like shit the next day. Curly and wavy hair is so beautiful and fun when you can finally just embrace it. I remember when I was younger, I literally wanted straighter hair, and now that I'm older, I actually want my hair to be more curly. And this is why over a year and a half ago, I decided to go on my own curly hair journey, actually embrace my curly hair and learn how to repair all of the heat damage that I layered on for so many years. So with all of that being said, welcome to my curly wavy hair routine. So before we dive into anything, I need to mention that I have 2C, 3A curls. Yes, there are different types of curls, and if you want me to dive into what that means and all the different types of curls, let me know and I can totally make a separate video explaining all of that. If you have curly or wavy hair, I know you can relate that most of the time you probably look like this. I try to keep my curls intact for about 2 to 3 days, and then it's a messy bun for another 3 days after that. But when it comes to my wash routine, step 1 is to detangle. Now you want to be careful when doing this to avoid breakage, but getting most of the knots out before washing definitely helps. And then it's into the shower, and that's where I use the Amika shampoo and conditioner. Something very important that I bet you didn't know about and I bet you're not doing is double shampooing. Think of the first shampoo like you're rinsing off a dish, and then the second shampoo is when it goes into the dishwasher and gets that deep clean. I apply the first shampoo to the top of my hair to start breaking down all of that product, and then the second shampoo is where I really go in and start digging at my scalp and trying to get all the dirt and grime from my scalp and roots. After double shampooing, it's only 1 cycle of conditioner, which I apply to the middle ends of my hair. I try not to get a lot of shampoo at the root of my hair because personally I have straighter hair on top and curlier on bottom, so I focus the conditioner on the ends and middle of my hair. When you get out of the shower, never use a towel on your hair. Using a towel on your curly and wavy hair can cause frizz, breakage, and moisture loss. I just like to use an old t-shirt that works perfectly for me. You can also get a microfiber towel, but I have a ton of t-shirts laying around and it works perfectly fine. So then I'll use some leave-in conditioner and this brush that I got off of TikTok shop, but I also think you can find similar ones on Amazon and in Target. Leave-in conditioner really helps lock in the moisture, which is the key to frizz-free curls. It also provides heat protection and nutrients for the hair. Next up is a curl cream, and I love this one from Not Your Mother's. Curl cream helps with curl definition and adds a softer hold rather than a crunchy hold. I know there are some people who like to choose either a leave-in or a curl cream, but I just like to use both. That's totally your personal preference. I noticed a huge difference in my hair when I actually started to section it to style it. I do 3 sections: my bangs, then the top, then the bottom. I also noticed a huge difference when I started using more water rather than more product. So I use a continuous spray bottle to re-wet my hair before styling. If you struggle with getting curl definition or volume, I recommend trying to use more water rather than more products, because adding more products into your hair actually just weighs it down. I actually had a curly hair specialist tell me that styling your curls is 80% water and 20% products. So I always think about that when I'm styling my hair. Instead of adding a bunch of products, I add more water first, and that usually does the trick. So after adding more water, I do use a lightweight gel for more hold. I will rake this through my hair, then I use the defining brush to help define my curls. When you use this brush, you have to make sure to get really, really close to your root, then keep tension the entire time. I do the exact same steps for all 3 sections, but when I get to the top of my hair, I make sure to get really, really close to the root because that's where I want more definition. Like I said, I have flatter hair on top, so I really try to get close to the root and to get it off of my head to give more of definition rather than it sticking to my head. Okay, we're almost there, I promise. I think this is the second to last product. Using a lightweight mousse has really helped define my curls. I also like taking the mousse and massaging it into my roots for added volume. So once the mousse is in, all the products are in, all the products are layered, I scrunch and scrunch and scrunch and scrunch and scrunch. Literally just keep scrunching. Then I like to take the same t-shirt that I used when I got out of the shower and scrunch out all of the excess water and product. This really helps speed up the drying process. Listen, I learned a lot when it comes to diffusing. I was actually doing it wrong for so many years. At first, you should not be touching your hair. You want to hover diffuse over your hair because this is what's gonna create the curl cast. Now I'm sure you're probably thinking, what is a curl cast? A curl cast is what holds the definition of the the curls in your hair. It creates those crunchy curls that people usually despise, but don't worry, they're not gonna stay crunchy, but you need that look and that feeling to give the definition to your curls. This step is actually really, really important. After the hair is about 60 to 70% dry, this is where you can start diffusing. So this is where you're almost scrunching your hair with the diffuser. This is where the volume comes in, and even in this step, you don't wanna go wild and throw your hair all around because that can just cause frizz. You wanna grab a small section and hold it in place for a minute to keep the definition, but add the volume. All right, I'm about 90% dry here, and this is where I will use a hair oil to break up that crunchy curl cast. I promised you the crunchy curls weren't gonna stay. When I have the oil in my hands, I love to shake out the root, and this really helps with volume and gives it kind of that messy Julia Roberts look, which personally is my favorite. And then to ensure that the curls are gonna last a couple days, I like to use a hairspray to lock everything in. So that was just the wash and style routine. It's a whole nother ball game to talk about preserving the curls and then figuring out how to restyle them or style them for the second, third, fourth, fifth day. Let me know if you're interested in that. I can totally make a video all about that as well. I also wanted to add in here that having curly or wavy hair honestly is a journey and takes a lot of self-acceptance and self-love. That may sound dramatic, but I'm actually not kidding. There will be so many days that you just want to blow out your hair, straighten it, slick it back, do whatever, but just embrace and love the curls. The less damage you apply to the curls, the better they're gonna be over time and the more you're gonna fall in love with them. Literally for years, I damaged my curls and I really did make them less curly than they used to be. And it makes me so sad because I want all those curls back. So this is why I'm on this journey. And honestly, they have gotten so much better just from over a year ago. So I can't wait to see what it's gonna be like in a few years. All right, with all of that being said, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.